Today is the day that I get to tell you guys what I've been up to and what I've been planning. Yep, I've been dropping in the last couple of videos that I got big changes coming to the channel here, and more importantly to the garage, and today is the day that I finally get to share with you what exactly we're doing. We are doing a garage renovation. Not just a little garage renovation, but an entire garage renovation from tip to tail. And let me show you how serious I am about this. I emptied the entire garage. We got contractors coming in here this week to start ripping all of this siding off the wall. They're gonna be framing this entire back wall. We're getting all new electric run. We're doing full sheetrock, finishing the loft, doing new upgraded lighting. Not only are we doing new upgraded lighting, but one of the things I've hated this whole time, here, let me show you. One of the things that I've hated the entire time that I've had this building is I hate the roof. God, it is so ugly that in all the photos, it always makes me sick to my stomach when I see it because the cars look so good. I look so good in the photos, but this roof is another thing and it needs to go. What they're doing is they're going to be installing a black metal roof like what you would see on the outside of a pole building. We're doing it on the roof. I'm so stoked about this. I can't even tell you. I love the look of garages with black roofs with really bright lighting, and that's what we're doing. I know, I'm excited. I'm like a little giddy girl, but I've been wanting to do this for a long, long time. Here, story time, let me tell you something. So for years, I've always had subpar garages. I've rented garages. I've rented storage units. I've worked outside. I've borrowed my mother's driveway. Throughout the years of my passion of loving cars and working on cars, I've worked in professional shops. I've had a lot of service trucks out on the roads, but I never really had a garage that was my dream garage. I even rented a shop on a pig farm, and every time I went there, I had to go like this. Oh yes, I'm here to pick up my car today, thank you very much. It was terrible, it smelled so bad. But not anymore. Finally, we're getting my dream shop. On this property that I purchased, there's actually a total of 4 garages. 4 garages, and I can fit about 18 cars. So we got a lot of room. We're not renovating everything, but we are renovating this 3-bay and this 2-bay. Let me show you what it is. And here's what we got going on in the work area, all right? We are going to be sheetrocking, insulating these 2 walls. This wall, we're gonna keep this wall metal. Why not? It's gonna be insulated on the other side, and I don't think the metal looks too terrible. Kind of gives an industrial pickers look, and I kind of dig that. But right now we're going through the process of taking care of the floor. So the most important part of the floor is prep. I was considering and still may potentially do Swiss track in this for the long term, but for right this moment, I want to try just a home remedy of epoxy. This is kind of a temporary thing. It's more of an experiment to see how it's going to work. We've already degreased the floor. My whole family got involved. We spent the time, even my kids, my wife, we all came out here, we started scrubbing it. I figured the prep is the most important thing from what I've been reading, so we're going to do a degreaser, then we'll etch it, then give it a day or 2 to dry before putting on the coats of epoxy. You take your time on the prep work, that's when you get good results. So we are going to, this floor is broken up into 4 different sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are gonna work in each section. We're gonna mix up about 1.5 bags of etch to 2 gallons of water because I got enough etch to do it all. And then we're gonna pour it on, scrub it in. What it'll do is it'll etch the concrete and give us a nice surface for our paint to adhere to. I did so much acid washing on this floor. I did so much degreasing on this floor. I even got a grinder out and grinded in this spot. Let me show you. We ground down all of these oil stain marks. So this floor is completely prepped. Right now we're gonna do one last thing. We're gonna blow this entire garage out with a leaf blower. We are gonna start mixing epoxy. And it's finally time to get this floor coated. Oh, this is gonna look so much better. Although I wanna do Swiss track like what we're doing in this garage over here, for right now, I gotta be a little bit budget minded. So we're doing a DIY, rock solid, Rust-Oleum install kit, and it's gonna be done in this garage. So let's get to it. A single kit for a 2.5 car garage covers anywhere from 400 to 500 and some square foot. This area is 650 square foot. It's always better to go a little bit heavier on the product. We went ahead and we got 2 kits. We also got mixing buckets, a mixer that goes on the drill here, and then we have stick with the roller. We have 2 pans. I got a 3-inch paintbrush for doing all the edges and the corners because that's what they recommend. And then I did go ahead and mix already and separate. Now, I probably didn't need to do this, but I'm a little bit anal. I went ahead and mixed and separated to the exact weight for 4 different bags, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different compartments to do. So I figured 1 bag per compartment. I don't have to worry about getting from that corner, getting really heavy with the flake, and ending over here and be like, oh God, now I have no flakes. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by opening parts A and B. We're gonna separate them into each bucket. I'm gonna do A in here, B in here. I'm missing a bucket. I just realized I'm 1 bucket short. All right, we will make do. I will find another bucket. We're gonna mix from parts A in 1 bucket, parts B in 1 bucket, and then we're gonna use one of these buckets that we're gonna put the mixture in and then mix it together. So, all right, we gotta figure this out. It's epoxy time. Hope I'm doing this right, because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. But let's do the other side, shall we? I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart. This is a lot of hard work. It's not the simplest process. I understand why it's so expensive. We're doing the DIY route, and I think it's coming out okay. I only hope that I'm laying it down thick enough, which I really won't know until it dries. I can tell you that in about 325 square foot, I used what they call for 500. So that's got to mean something, right? I mixed it long enough. I separated it into bags. Because I'm worried about color because of 2 different kits, but I have to hope that this is enough. It looks good. I hope it stays good. Regular concrete to coated. I mean, you can see it shines. It's got a pretty look to it. So, all right, we're gonna mix up the rest of it. We're gonna work our way from this corner, and we'll work our way out the garage. I think that's the only way we can do it. Or maybe we'll end with the step. That's what we'll do. We'll end with the step. It looks pretty right now. If it'll stay like this, I'll be happy, but I don't know. I already got some spots that just don't look so hot. Black and showing through. I mean, look, I get it. It's gonna be a YouTube studio. We're gonna be working and doing mechanic work in here, but I still want it to look pretty. Stairs hard to do. I can walk around on this because I got those spiky shoes on, but this has been a project and a half. You can do it if you want to, or you could pay someone. I decided to save some money, so fingers crossed. We're gonna check on this in 48 hours. When I decided that I wanted to do the floor here in the 2-bay garage, there was only one choice to do it myself, and that was right here with Rust-Oleum Rock Solid DIY Kit. They hooked us up and sent us this package, and we were able to do this garage with their help. All right, so after letting this floor sit for 2 days, I did find that a couple of the spots were a little inconsistent with the shine to it. And when I looked online and when I reached out to Rust-Oleum and spoke to them, they recommended that I install an epoxy clear coat on this floor. So that's what we went ahead and did. We got the Rust-Oleum clear epoxy. We went ahead and we prepped the floor, we put it down, and this is the final product. You ready? Here she is. It came out, I would say, an 8.5 out of 10. For doing it for my first time, I'm very happy with it, but there's a couple things that I would change if I could do it again. And one of those being, I probably wouldn't have put the second coat of clear epoxy on. If you can see here, and it's kind of hard to show on camera, but if the light hits it just a certain way, you can see that there's some marks in the floor. It's not terrible. Oh, there's one right there if you see it, right here. You can kind of see it's a little bit blotchy in certain areas, and what that really worked out to be is the roller marks. I think that if anybody had a little bit more patience than me and they really took their time and made sure they did a thorough coat and really put the floor down properly, they'd probably have a better turnout than I did. But for my needs, this will be okay. We're going to be installing lifts in this garage. Yes, we are working with bend pack lifts, and we're getting a 2-post lift installed and a 4-post lift. So this way, any project that we come across here on the channel, hint, hint, rebuilding a Murcielago, we will be ready to do, and we will be adequately ready to do because we'll have the proper equipment. We're going to be putting toolboxes in this garage, air compressors, other shop tools, and once it's full and there's cars in here, I don't even think you're going to notice the roller marks. The most important thing is that this floor is protected for years to come. Ultimately, this project wasn't terrible. I would say that I'm a novice painter at best. In fact, I have what you call in the world zero patience. So it makes things that are like watching paint dry extremely difficult for me because I just don't like to wait for things. But Rust-Oleum made it so easy that if I could do this, I promise you, you could do this. So like I said, this is going to be really wonderful, and I hope you guys will be here and follow along through the entire process. I am so excited. I hope it's coming across on camera. The fact that this is going to be my garage and my workspace for years to come. We're going to have a beautiful YouTube studio from in here and a dedicated work area for a YouTube studio over there. The projects that we're going to do on this channel are going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm looking into doing giveaways, builds. We're going to do lift kits on trucks. We're going to try to get it all done. We're going to rebuild the Murcielago here on the channel, and we're just going to have a lot of fun. So I hope if you're watching this, you will go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We got Lamborghinis, we got Ferraris, we got Porsches, we got trucks, we got motorcycles. I mean, what more could you want? I love everything automotive. Anything that will get me in trouble with my wife is what I love, and I hope you guys like it too. So make sure you subscribe to Herman Motorsports. Tune in when we try to do our weekly videos, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.